going to make a nice pasta dish with chicken. Very quick. Cooking the pasta at the same time I'm cooking the vegetables with the chicken. Cut the chicken very small. I expect everything to cook at one time evenly. Fresh basil, tomato, artichoke heart, mushroom, salty black olives, virgin olive oil, and green pepper. And I'm using rotelli pasta because the only time I use spaghetti is when I have like a plain sauce. It clings well. When I have a lot of little pieces of whatever to eat with it, I like this, or penne. Now I'm getting the skillet hot, and at the same time, right next to it, the pasta just went on. I put the chicken, the salt, everything else right in there. High heat. And this won't take long at all. I love these quick little meals. The only thing I didn't put in there, the artichokes and the basil, that'll go in at the very end. And hopefully, if I plate it right, the pasta, which I didn't make a lot because I tend to eat too much, and the mix here should be done at about the same time. And I'm using hot sauce today just because I like it. And peppers are in there because all of these things work together. You don't have to put them. This is a meal in itself. And what we're not going to do is wash the pasta. Never wash the pasta or rinse it off after you cook it. You just make the plate watery, nothing will stick to it. So timing is very important. And these little pieces of chicken should cook relatively fast. I'm going to give it a hand by putting a cover on it. And the pasta's coming along just fine. I think it's going to work out perfectly at the same time, both items cooked. Now if you were using fresh pasta, of course it would cook like in a minute and a half. But I'm not using fresh. If I were using fresh, I wouldn't cook that small amount. Nothing better than fresh pasta. And I just didn't feel like making whole wheat pasta. It's just time consuming. So we go with the whole wheat rotini, just to keep on eating something good for you instead of that white flour. Whole wheat rotini. Just remember, when it says whole grain, that doesn't mean it's whole wheat. That's how they get you to make you believe that it's something and it isn't. This is very nice right here. I'm going to add the hot sauce, and we're going to be done in a second. And I think the chicken is going to beat the pasta. I'm just putting, I like it hot, spicy. And it's going to look pretty over the pasta. Use whatever you like. You like spaghetti, vermicelli, linguine, penne, any kind of pasta will work. But use extra virgin olive oil on this. just going to taste better. I need another minute on the pasta. Let this cook. Cut it down, doesn't have to cook so fast now. Because everything in there is cooked. And it looks pretty too. I always like to throw tomato in. Tomato and basil goes well together. Speaking of basil, how about the artichokes and the basil? Now I was going to say this is for one person, but after, when you cut up all the ingredients and you finally put them together, you find that it's quite a bit. But two not so hungry people, this is just fine. One hungry person, could be a problem. It smells good. And also, the last item is the fresh garlic. Why? I want to get crunchy in my mouth, the garlic. Plus, the less you cook garlic, the more beneficial it is to your system. It smells good, and I know it's going to taste good. And the pasta is ready. I'm going to drain the pasta and pour this over the plate. See, now, actually that's the right amount of pasta that you should eat, but no one does that, but I'm doing it now. And then we just take this nice mix we have here, place it over. It smells good. So you know what? That's one portion, and there's enough in here for another person. But you know what? No one else is here, so I'll just do that. And we'll top it off with a little grated, your favorite grated cheese. And some finely minced scallions, only because this time I didn't use any onions in the dish. I usually do, but you can do whatever you want, and so I did. And there you go.